Now, before anybody makes a speculation, this is not the end of Overlord Season 2, and it was confirmed on Twitter that this is not the end of Overlord Season 2. This episode isn't the final episode. There's another episode coming up next week. So, because this is basically the whole Kingdom arc, through what I know and through the information I've got from some of my friends. Uh, Basically, Overlord's whatever the specific from episode 6 to episode 13, that is the next episode, it's going to be all over two volumes, and those consist of Kingdom arc, and that was a really big arc. So that's why it's like, for a anime only, I'm enjoying it, but for people who have read the light novels, it's like a long, really long like arc, and it's like a lot of things have been cut out of this. So basically, this is not the end of Overlord yet. There's one more season coming up next week. One more episode, not season. God damn it. Well, one season will be coming out because I'm pretty sure they're like 10 volumes right now. But anyways, there's one more episode coming out next week. Just to put it out there, this is not the end. So let's begin with what happened in this episode. Just like we left it off, where Ainz shows up, where Evileye and the other two were killed. Basically, it's confirmed in this episode that those two, Gagarin and Tia, those two were killed in this episode. And Evileye, well, she was about to be killed, and obviously Ainz arrived, or Momon arrived. So we see that Evileye. This is kind of funny because I'm pretty sure like Evileye is like hundreds of years old, and I think so. She also said something along those lines in this episode. So it's kind of funny that she has a crush on Ainz. I think so. I've never even seen Evileye meet Ainz, so it's like, if did she meet in light novels? I don't think so, cause she has some kind of crush on him. I don't know how that came out to be true, but okay. But yeah, basically she was not only that, but she was also surprised by the way that Ainz was kept. And obviously, Ainz and and I'm just gonna call him Scorpion. There you go. So, basically Ainz and Demi, those two are like really really strong. Like those two. Let's just say like Evileye, she's right now, for anybody who's just who knows Dragon Ball, here you go, a reference to that. Basically, let's just say Evileye, she's a Frieza soldier compared to Ainz and Demi, who are let's just say they are like god tier level. There you go. They're like one of the 12 gods. That's basically how it is. So it's like, yo, you can legit see like they both aren't fighting seriously. Like, you can legit see they both aren't fighting seriously. They're just taking it very calmly. They know they don't want to kill each other or anything. They are from the same kingdom. They're master and servants. You can clearly see that kind of like no seriousness shown by neither Ainz nor Demi. So, but both of them weren't fighting seriously. Now, leaving all that aside, let's move on to Tour. So, Tour, what about her? Well, the person who climbed and Brain, who they rescued, was not Tour. He was actually Succlent, the person they killed. I don't know how he survived. If it's anything was in the light novels, please let me know, because I know there is somebody who reads light novels within my subscriber reach. So let me know if there's any kind of information that was given how Succlent survived like Brain strike. Let me know about it. But there basically Zero shows up. Zero, and we all know who Zero is. Zero is that buffy guy with all those animal tattoos. That's pretty much Zero. And Brain and Climb. Climb is basically fighting Succlent with that thief friend of his, and what's his name? Brain. Brain is fighting Zero. So pretty much Brain and Zero are just warming up. Like you can see that they're on equivalent plane and they're just warming up and stuff. While Climb is having a little hard time, and then when his thief, I really like this character. Okay, the thief character. I don't know if it's gonna be relevant or not, but the thief character, I really like it because the way he like plays that role, like yo, I really like the stuff he does, like that potion he throws, the will-o-wisp he throws. I was like, yo, these guys got some stacked up shit in them. So we see that, and I really want to know, did that really happen? Did Climb actually hit Succlent's nuts? I really want to know about that because I was like, yo, what? Well, I was just watching that scene. I was like, what? Did that really happen? Because I don't know if that happened, then let me know. Because yo, if that happened again, props to Studio Madhouse because they have done a lot of stuff that I didn't expect in this season. Because obviously first season was brutal, but it wasn't this brutal as this season is. Because this season there has been way weird stuff, way brutal and stuff and going on in this season. So, and I personally like this season because of the way it is portrayed. Like it's much better than season 1. So all that aside, we Climb pretty much defeats Climb and the thief guy. They defeat Succlent and Sebas. Sebas. Is that how you call him? I get a lot of comments saying that I call him the wrong way. I'm sorry. Sebas. There you go. Okay? Sebas. So Sebas. Wow, that feels weird, like calling us. I'm just gonna call him Seb. So Seb, basically, the way he just shows up out of nowhere when Brain and Zero are like finally time to get serious, and Sebas all of a sudden shows up. I was like, yo, he was like, oh, I don't remember what he said, but it was something impactful. I was like, yo, like. Yo, I think so it was like something like, are you guys done here? And he just shows up with Tour. So basically, Sebas shows up with Tour. He gets Tour in there, and Zero is like, yo, how did you defeat my companions? That's impossible. Cause again, another character. Seb is another character who's on a completely different plane from like these low tier characters. They are like level. These guys are like. Let's just take an even easier example to get like. So let's take an example from a MMORPG like World of Warcraft. Basically, Zero was a low tier elf and Sebas was a high tier human or something like that. That's the best example to put. And he just like, yo, that scene was, I was like, whoa, that was just like, ooh, like. The moment Zero hit him with that punch, with all those animals like enhancement he was getting, with those tattoos and stuff like Flame of Reika shit, and I was like, yo, what is this guy doing? I thought for a second, what is this guy doing? And when he punched Seb, I was like, you idiot, you don't even understand how powerful this guy is. Get wrecked. And that's what pretty much happens. Sebas pretty much high kicks this guy and he just vanishes from existence. That's all you need to know. He becomes irrelevant the moment Seb just puts his head down. He's down. He's irrelevant. He's no more relevant. I don't know if he's gonna be relevant, but to me now he's no more irrelevant. So that all happens. And all of those things, we come to know that, if I'm correct, her name is, I forgot her name, Lycus, something like that. So the chick with that sword, I forgot that like she was speaking to herself and swinging her sword or something. You remember in episode 8, I think so. Gangaran was speaking about that chick, and pretty much that's how it is. Like, she has resurrection abilities, we come to know because Gangarin and Tiaz were dead, and Momon, he asks that whether they have when I mean not Momo, but what's her name? Evileye. There we go. Evileye pretty much says that once we get to the kingdom, that she'll resurrect her friends with help of that girl. So it's basically like somebody in the kingdom can resurrect somebody, but it takes a huge amount of toll, unlike uh, Ainz, who can just simply use his money to resurrect his people. So it takes a huge amount of toll on them. So basically that was confirmed, and in the end, we also see that Ainz kind of just used a message to Demi so that they could clear up the misunderstanding and stuff, like so nobody can misunderstand what's happening there. And we also see that Demi, what he does is he uses flame of Gehenna, if I'm correct, that's what it's called. So basically, it was a flame. It was like a shining flame at the end of everything. It was like a shining flame and stuff, and you could go through it easily. Like, it was like, I don't know what that is yet. We will understand in the next episode, because I don't know why the flame is put up yet. I know it's not to harm anybody, but I don't know why it is put up yet. So it'll be fun to see what happens in the next episode, because this is not the end. Again, this is not the end of the series. There's still one more episode left before the series ends. So all that aside, Seb takes Chur to a safe place. Climb and everybody are assigned their roles in this. So basically that's all is done. Oh, that ending though. I have to say that ending was like, what? I was like, what? I couldn't believe, like oh, at this point I should actually believe, but still I couldn't believe. Like, I forgot for a second that that the princess is a yandere, and I was like, yo, that actually gave me chills. Like, the face she made at the end, it was like, yo, what? Oh, that was such a crazy face. It was such an unexpected face. You could even see the two princes. Even those two were like, yo, what the hell did I just see? Like, oh, and the things, like, the way she planned out this, like, oh, Clive's gonna die, no problem. That girl we have in our kingdom who can resurrect people, I'll have her resurrect him, and I'll treat his wounds and yada yada yada. I was like, whoa. I know that this is normal and stuff, but I think that this may also go some other ways, like chaining him up, like you said in episode 10 that you were gonna chain him up and stuff. Yeah, it could go the other way too. Like, this girl is straight up a yandere, and we already know that. We have seen that, and that's why it was like, the moment she made that face, it wasn't even like when she first time made that face. I wasn't like that much like chill, like I wasn't creeped out that much as I was creeped up to see her face right now. Like, Studio Madhouse, I just have to say that they do such a great job at like portraying characters, and the way they don't give a shit about censorship and stuff. I really like the way they just like go all out with whatever they do. Like, this whole episode overall, it wasn't like action packed like the previous episode or anything, but it was still 9 out of 10 worthy. Like, it was still an awesome episode all over. Like the previous episode was completely action packed, and it was like, yo, get in there, fight this guys, and yo, it was just a complete action pack. While this episode was more focused on action as well as story, as well as some badass moments. So overall, yes, it is a 9 out of 10. Again, like I said in the previous episode, I felt like something was lacking, and most probably that was some kind of information or anything that I missed. I think that they're missing out a lot of information, and that's why I say that Overlord season 2 should be a 24 episode season, because it just feels like every episode I'm missing some kind of information, because I need some kind of information, like something is missing for an anime only. But otherwise, they do a great job at portraying each and every character in the whole series. Like, I really like what they do with Overlord, and this was a 9 out of 10 for me. So let me know where do you scale this episode from 1 to 10. All over 9 to 10 again. Don't forget to like if you like my content, and don't forget to subscribe as I do more anime and gaming content. And I'll see you in the next video. As always, peace.